The first step to reaching your full potential is having the courage to start. At Strayer University, we help students take action by making higher education more affordable with access to up to 10 no-cost gen ed courses. Because our goal is helping you work toward yours, so you can always keep striving. Visit strayer.edu to learn more. No-cost gen ed provided by Strayer University affiliate Sophia Learning. Eligibility rules apply. Connect with us for details. In a fast-paced world, every day brings new challenges and new opportunities. At Strayer University, we know a thing or two about getting and staying ahead of change. For over 130 years, we've been providing students like you with innovative tools, customized support, and an education built to empower you, so you can find your way forward and always keep striving. Visit strayer.edu to learn more.
Welcome to the Having It All podcast, the show about what it takes to live an abundant, loving life. My name is Matthew Bivens, and I want to help you live with more clarity, confidence, and purpose so you can truly have it all. Let's do it. What's going on, my awesome friend? Welcome back to the podcast. I am Matthew Bivens, your balanced lifestyle coach, and this podcast is the place to learn how to have it all and live your abundant, loving life. If you're feeling tired of being stuck and you're looking for a path towards more clarity, confidence, and purpose, then my friend, you are in the right place. Episodes of the podcast drop every single Tuesday. And if you are new to the show, then I highly encourage you to go check out the back catalog. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of episodes of the podcast covering so many different topics that I am sure there's a topic that addresses what you're going through right now. So go check out the back catalog. And while you're at it, hit subscribe on whatever app or device or thing that you're listening to this podcast on right now. Hit that subscribe button. And if you ever want to reach out to me, you can shoot me an email at matthew@matthewbivens.com. I love getting episode suggestions. I love hearing your feedback. And I also love when you just want to say, what's up? Those are fantastic emails as well. Today, this episode is a little bit different. I'm going to be focusing on some Having It All announcements. I'm going to talk about some updates and some new things going forward. And then I'm very excited to announce something that we're going to be bringing back that we haven't done in a long time. So let's kick it off with some announcements. First, you may have noticed that I have been publishing more new episodes in 2023, and I've been challenging myself to get behind the mic more frequently than I did last year. And it hasn't been easy. As you might know, we have a brand new baby in the house, Naomi Rose. She was born 3 months ago, and so things have been a little bit crazy with a new baby and a 6-year-old. However, I have had that creative itch. And I'm clear that this show is at its best when I'm bringing more new episodes to you. So my commitment to you going forward is that I'm going to be dropping 3 new episodes per month. That's a standard that I can hold, and you could hold me to it. So I'm still going to pull 1 or 2 episodes from the archives every month. And as always, I'm going to select them with care and intention because there are some amazing topics that have been covered. And so it'll be a nice mix of 3 new episodes every month, dropping on those Tuesdays. And then once or twice, I'll pull one from the archives. And those archive episodes, even if you've heard them before, I can guarantee when you listen again, you're going to get something new. You will get something new out of giving it a second listen. So I have my content calendar all planned out for the first part of this year, and I'm very, very excited at the topics that we are going to be diving into together. They're going to be bangers. Announcement number 2 is I am bringing on some sponsors for the podcast, and I'm going to be collaborating with brands that I really love, and I think you're going to dig them as well. And if you don't already know, I host 2 podcasts. This one, Having It All, and another show with my wife called Doing It at Home. And that show centers around sharing home birth stories, having mom and dads on the podcast to share their home birth story. And from day one, Sarah and I we're open to working with aligned sponsors for doing it at home. We were very selective with who we worked with, and we said no to far more opportunities than we said yes to. The result was that we received a lot of really great feedback from our listeners and from our community that they liked the brands that we brought to them, the brands that we introduced them to, and they really enjoyed those brands' products and services. And so the sponsorships that we did with doing it at home, it really helped us to do a lot of fun things with the podcast, like create some online courses, build a really badass Facebook community, and write and publish a book. So my intention is to bring that same type of thoughtfulness, integrity, and value to the Having It All community. And I'm starting with a collaboration with my favorite nutrition company, Needed. They're an awesome nutrition and supplement company out of California. And Sarah and I have been working with them for several years now. They create super high quality nutrition products for men and women. And they focus mostly on the life stages of people who are trying to conceive or who are pregnant or in the postpartum months and years. However, they also support women and men in any life stage, whether kids are part of your plans or not. And that's why I feel they're a great fit for the Having It All show and community. Needed's goal is really to help you nourish yourself optimally, and I am all about that. And so we actually, it's an interesting story about how we connected with Needed. We found them back when Sarah and I were getting started talking about expanding our family. Sarah wanted to take a prenatal vitamin, so she started doing some research. And she talked to different moms in her circle, and Needed was mentioned. So she tried them out. She loved the product. And fast forward a couple of years, our journey to conceiving took longer than we had anticipated. It took us around 2 years to conceive. And so during those 2 years, we were thinking about and doing all sorts of different things to try to, get pregnant. And so one of the things we looked into was sperm health. We thought that perhaps it was my sperm that just weren't optimal and weren't healthy, and that's the reason why. So I actually got started on Needed's men's plan because one of the things that it really benefits is sperm health. So I started using the product about a year ago. I've really loved them. I've been using them ever since. Sarah's been using Needed through her entire conception, pregnancy, postpartum, and she'll be using it far beyond that. So it's a part of our daily health routine, and that's why I wanted to bring this company and this brand to you all now. You all can learn more about Needed if you want to. Go to their website, thisisneeded.com. And if you want to make a purchase, you can use my code HIA20 at the checkout. That'll get you 20% off. So I'm starting this new era of the Having It All brand sponsorships with Needed, and more partnerships are going to be coming online in the coming months. If you feel inspired to support the podcast, then go check out Needed and go check out the other brands and make purchases using the codes that I share with you. And I'll get a small kickback for anything that you purchase. It's no additional cost to you. And all the money is going to go back into the podcast so that we can keep doing some really cool things over here. And if you have a business yourself, if you've got a rockin' business and you would like to potentially connect with and get in front of the Having It All community, then please reach out to me. Shoot us an email. My team and I, we will love to talk to you and see if there's a win-win. You can email us at connect@matthewbivens.com. Now, I want to give you a quick peek behind the curtain of how things are done here at Having It All. And I want to focus specifically on how we're going to be doing ads and promotions in the future. So this is just some podcast technical talk right now. There are really two main types of ads that podcasters will run in a show. One is called baked-in ads, and the other one is dynamically inserted ads. These are two different styles. So a baked-in ad means that the ad itself, when you hear the podcast host, talk about the product, it is actually part of the episode file itself. Like if you were to download that file and then play it on your own computer, you're going to hear the ad baked into that file. It's kind of like back in the 90s, we used to record movies on VHS, and the commercials that were playing on TV are now part of the VHS recording, right? They're baked in. So the other type is dynamic insertion, and that's where we use software to drop an ad in a predetermined location on an episode. And so what that does is it gives me, the creator, a lot more control over where the ads show up. Now, the reason I wanted to share that with you is because I'm going to be doing dynamically inserted ads in Having It All episodes moving forward. And one thing that I did not do back when I started this podcast in 2016, I did not plan ahead and create space in every single episode for an ad break, right? So you don't hear me say things like, let's take a quick break right here for a message from a sponsor. I never did that. So my team and I, we did our very best to go back into every single episode of the show and place a couple of ad markers in locations where we felt there was a natural pause or a nice space where there's a break in the flow of the conversation. And we did our best, my team and I did our best to make the transitions as smooth as possible. So once again, sharing that with you in full transparency. And if you have any feedback on how all of this impacts the listening experience, then please let us know. Shoot us an email. Again, you can reach us at connect@matthewbivens.com. Okay, now I got announcements and behind the scenes stuff out of the way. I'm really excited to share this next piece of information with you because this has been something that's been brewing for a little while now. The Trust Challenge is coming back. Yes, it is. And the first Trust Challenge for the year is going to start 2 weeks from today, which is Tuesday, March 7th. And it's going to be a 7-day Trust Challenge. And I'm just so pumped that we're bringing it back. We've done about half a dozen different Trust Challenges over the years of the podcast. And again, I've just been itching to bring this back. Trust is the key ingredient to having it all. It really is. Without a high trust in yourself, you cannot build up healthy habits and dial down unhealthy ones. And without creating new empowering habits, you're never going to be able to build your version of an abundant, loving life. So trusting in yourself means that you have a long history of evidence of you showing up for yourself, taking care of yourself across all 5 wheels of your body vehicle. Trusting yourself means listening to your intuition, taking leaps of faith. And high trust in yourself must be earned. It's one of those things, you have to earn it. No one else can give it to you. And when you do trust yourself, when you feel that your trust tank is high, what it does is it frees you from the influence and the manipulation of people and entities who do not have your best interests at heart. Because if you cannot trust your feelings, your thoughts, your intuition, then you're going to forever be at the behest of other people. Now, the good thing is that anyone can build trust. Anyone can build a higher level of trust in themselves, but it takes courage. It takes action. It takes consistency. And that is what the Trust Challenge is all about. The Trust Challenge is going to help you take the very first step in building greater trust in yourself. And that greater trust can lead to more confidence, more conviction, and more clarity. And all of that is going to translate into you being able to build the life of your dreams.
Must be at least 18 years old. Promo code, location, and other restrictions apply. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 800-426-2537 for help. Think you know sports? Then try to turn your sports knowledge into real money with the Sleeper app. The ultimate fantasy sports app that can turn game day into payday. With up to 100 times payout and your first deposit matched up to $500. Just download the Sleeper app and pick your favorite sports and players, like Christian McCaffrey's rushing yards. With more stats than any sports app, just choose 2 or more of your favorite players, from pregame, live, or even across different sports. Pick more or less from the predicted stats and ka-ching! You could win up to 100 times your money if your pick wins. With the Sleeper app, you can make picks anytime, even after the game starts, with up to 100 times payout. What are you waiting for? Download Sleeper today and unlock one of the fastest growing fantasy sports apps in the world. Just go to the App Store, download the Sleeper app today, and use code SPORTS for up to $500 match on your first deposit. That's promo code SPORTS.
The way that the trust challenge is going to work is that you are going to have a habit. We call it a trust deposit. You'll be making a trust deposit every single day. And for this first one, we're going to be doing it for 7 days. So that's it. 7 days, you're going to show up for yourself. You're going to make this trust deposit. And for this trust challenge coming up on March 7th, I'm going to share with you the habits that you're going to be doing. So you're going to sign up with some faith, because I'm not going to tell you what they are ahead of time. They'll be doable, but you'll have to actually carve out time to show up for yourself. That's what makes it a challenge. I'm excited about it. And one of the key things about this that participants in the past have told me is that there comes a moment in the trust challenge where a life circumstance comes up that makes it inconvenient to keep your agreement and make your trust deposit, or you forget and it's the end of the day and the last thing that you want to do is keep your agreement and make your trust deposit. And I'll tell you a quick story about this. I was doing one of the trust challenges a few years ago, and the habits that I was going to do, my deposit that I selected at the time was a series of physical exercises. So I had 5 different exercises that I committed to doing every single day. And for whatever reason, it slipped my mind that I was going to be out of town during a portion of the trust challenge. And so we were going to, I believe, Disney World. So we're driving on the road. It's a long drive, long for us, from Atlanta down to Orlando. And, we get to Orlando, check into the hotel, and we're tired. It's the end of the day. We got Maya fed, and, she's down to sleep. And it's probably 11:30 p.m. It's been a long, full day. Tomorrow, the next day we're going to go to the parks. And as I'm laying in bed, about to fall asleep, I realize, oh, crap. I didn't do my deposit for the day. And I just got hit with that feeling of I can't believe that I forgot to do this, because nothing in my body wanted to get up and do some physical exercise. I was so exhausted. But I remembered that I made an agreement to myself. And I remembered that when I said yes to the trust challenge, I was also saying yes to doing everything I possibly could to keep that agreement. So I got my butt out of bed. I tiptoed across the hotel. I went into the bathroom, flicked the lights on, and for the next 15 minutes or so, I just did my workout right there in the bathroom, and I got it done. And let me tell you, the feeling that I had of keeping that agreement, despite the circumstance, despite not wanting to do it, doing it for myself, it was such a huge deposit. And that's what the trust challenge is all about. Because you'll have that moment where you just don't want to do it. But when you rise above your feelings and you allow your commitment to push you forward, to drive you, it is a huge deposit into your trust account. And you start to really believe that you can do things beyond what you could do before. That you don't have to listen to that little voice that says, no, we don't have to do it right now. No, it's raining. No, it's too far away. No, we're tired. You don't listen to any of that, and you keep your word. And let me tell you, after doing these types of things for years now, I have built up such a strong history, a mountain of evidence that I show up for myself. When I make an agreement, when I make a promise to myself, I show up. And I have such strong faith and confidence and conviction in myself because There's proof. I've done it. But it all started with making small commitments like we do in the Trust Challenge, and then fighting like hell to hold those commitments. So I highly, highly, highly encourage you to join us. We're kicking off on March 7th, 2023. Signing up for the Trust Challenge is 100% free, and you can join us by going over to matthewbivens.com/trust, TRUST. Again, it's matthewbivens.com/trust. I've put a link in the show notes for this episode, so go to the description of the podcast player you're on, scroll down, click that link, and sign up. I just ask you for your email and your first name. That's it. And just join it. If you've done it in the past, you know how awesome it is to show up for yourself and to be part of a crew of people who are doing it with you. You know, we've had so many people sign up in the past and everybody does it together. So come join. If you've never done it before, then push yourself, challenge yourself. That's how you grow. That's how you get stronger. That's how you're going to build more confidence. That's how you're going to build a higher belief in yourself, right? You got to stretch. And this is a very, very easy, simple way for you to stretch and grow. So I'm excited for you. I'm excited for the entire community. Once again, go to matthewbivens.com/trust, and we will get started as a group on Tuesday, March 7th. When you sign up, by the way, you will get a welcome email in your inbox, and then I'll be sending out a couple of emails between now and Tuesday the 7th. And then on the 7th, you're going to get a daily email from me with your instructions. You'll get a daily email for the next 7 days. And all you're going to do, open the email and do what it says. That is the Trust Challenge. Woo, if you can't tell, I'm so excited. We've had so much fun doing these in the past, and it is about time that they come back. So this will be the first one of the year, but there will be more. Yes, there will be more. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this atypical episode. Yet, boy, there were some important things to cover. And yeah, I'm looking forward to so many things that are happening with Having It All. I'm looking forward to just continuing to bring it to you. Bring the transparency, bring the realness, bring the honesty, bring the transformation so that you too can experience your abundant, loving life. I appreciate you for hanging out with me today. I'm sending you so much love. My name is Matthew Bivens, and here is to you having it all. Quick note about the Having It All podcast. I am not a doctor nor a licensed therapist. I'm a guy with a story and a passion for conscious conversation. My thoughts, opinions, and beliefs are my own. So please consult with your doctor or healthcare provider regarding any questions or issues you have related to your personal, physical, or mental health.
The first step to reaching your full potential is having the courage to start. At Strayer University, we help students take action by making higher education more affordable with access to up to 10 no-cost gen ed courses, because our goal is helping you work toward yours, so you can always keep striving. Visit strayer.edu to learn more. No-cost gen ed provided by Strayer University affiliate Sophia Learning. Eligibility rules apply. Connect with us for details.